Welcome monster lovers, creators, enthusiasts, fantasy and sci-fi enthusiasts as well, and artists, and art enthusiasts. This is a 2015 message to you about my monster Bestiary Miniatures project and update. I will be continuing working on the monsters as usual. My goal is to probably create between 4 to 6 creatures within this year. I would definitely want to exceed that, but it is rather difficult while balancing between work and the other stuff on this channel, as well as my other channel, which consists of small life lessons directed to my students and whoever out there can benefit from them. So that's a lot of stuff going on at the same time, and I want to, and I will, get this monster project finished and worked on in this lifetime. So I have about 150 creatures, over 150 creatures on my first list that I need to get done from A to Z, and whenever those are done, I will be working on other favorite creatures in the middle. I have a list of over 2,500 creatures, beasts of legends from around the world as it is. So this is a lifelong project. It won't be going anywhere. Sometimes I may take a break from it. As you know, art is work, and you don't get the full benefit and excitement from it sometimes until the end. I mean, don't get me wrong, art is great to create, and it's a meditation within itself, but that doesn't change the fact that it can be work and hard work. And it's tiring. It draws from your creative energy and ideas and physical energy and work. So I will be doing that, like I said, 4 to 6. I would like to get this project kickstarted, as people suggested, and I've been aware of Kickstarts for a long time now, and Indiegogo. The point is, guys, I don't have enough support to really push it as far as I'd want to yet. My main goal in running a Kickstarter would be supporting getting, I don't know, the first 100 creatures done, and using that money to buy my own 3D printer that can print with the quality that I want with these miniatures, so that I can sell them cheaper. Because right now, I need to get, from each miniature that I sell, I need to make sure I get a decent profit that pays for my time that I put into it, and pay for the miniature itself. A general miniature, just so you get an idea with the material that I use, is roughly, let's say a couple inches. A miniature that's a couple inches with the high detailed plastic that I'm using, or resin right now, is $30 to $40 about. So I need to triple or maybe even quadruple that price sometimes so I can get a decent profit for it. And I also will be selling each creature 3 limited editions painted by hand by me using brushes. I don't use airbrushes currently, and I may in the future, but most of these miniatures are very highly detailed. They're tiny, except for the huge air elemental that will be quite large. That's a great airbrushing project if you're interested. They will be for sale, I'm hoping, once I finish this El Mirage. That will mean I will have 3 finished miniatures out there. And remember, guys, people say that the miniatures are sometimes too busy or sometimes too much going on. These miniatures are art. They're artworks. I want to represent the legends behind the creatures within the presentations. So, like, for example, my first one, the Aeazotl, Huizotl. I always say Aeazotl, I'm not sure the best pronunciation for that. But it's holding a lady's head up, its victims, head up and chewing on her eyeball. I included that because if you research the Azotl, that's what its delicacy is. And there's not much else to the legend of Azotl to really show in the miniature. So some people may think it's grotesque, but hey, we like video games, we like RPGs, we like D&D. It's all death, it's all grotesque. We don't need to skip that part. We don't need to exaggerate it either. But this creature is quite evil, and I wanted to make sure it's represented there. Also, people look at these miniatures and think about using them for gaming. I have no problem. I would use them for gaming. The bases are a bit big, and they will be because I want to represent them as an artwork by itself. I'm sorry, I forgot to cover my computer's fan, so it's a bit noisy. I'll try to cut it out, but like I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, so the bases will be a little bit big, but I mean, and they are expensive miniatures. They are a little bit different from the usual gaming size, but they will be quite easily adaptable. I mean, a regular human with my scaling system that I designed for these creations, a regular human will be just a little bit larger with my miniatures because I want to represent these works a bit more clearly, and I don't want to create big models. I still want tiny models, but I want to create nice models. Not just miniatures for gaming, but actually cool models that you can put up and put great lighting on them and have in your house and just look at it like a piece of artwork, like a sculpture, by keeping them small. So I wanted it bigger for the small kind of creatures, and I wanted it smaller than the huge, gigantic kind of creatures, so keeping it within that limit. And so therefore, they are adaptable to gaming. If you want to make the base smaller, if you don't care to ruin the base on such an expensive piece, that's fine. I'd suggest cutting off the base and placing a smaller one, creating your own. The opposite of what you would do with the regular store-bought miniature, whereas you would cut off the base and create a nicer, more attractive one. So you can adapt them to your gaming. You can change the bases. The plastic is easy to cut. It's stiff, it's brittle, but it's easy to cut through. It's still soft, okay? That's another thing, guys. These miniatures are created with the kind of resin that is delicate. And remember that if you're going to drop it or something like that. So, yeah, you can use them for gaming. You can handle it with your hands, no problem. Not for kids, though. Not for bashing with other models, stuff like that. But for tabletop, I think they're completely fine. And like I said, if you got the money, these are, you know, say $32 to print miniatures. If you want to change a base on something that costly, you can. Or magnetic bases, which are switchable, that's cool too. So I hope you're as excited about them as I am. And yeah, I'll be doing more updates about that soon. If you guys have any questions, please leave them below this video, and I'll address them as soon as I see them. Alright? I hope you guys enjoy the creations thus far. And I guess that's all. Happy 2015. Thanks for the support. I'll be doing my best to make every creature that I create, if not the best, then one of the best amongst the miniaturized model creations out there. That is my goal. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye. Farewell. That's a better ending.